Let's begin our practice. Sit with a straight spine. Sit comfortably in your own way. Let your legs relax. Bring your hands to rest over your knees. And letting your eyes close, come into your body. Feel this form. This is your home. This body houses you. Let the legs relax. Lower your shoulders. Lightly lift through the crown of your head. Relax your face. Soften your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your mouth and jaw and the surface of your face. Let go any tight expression. Be as you are. Relax your mind. Throughout this practice, let go the habit of worry. Replace it instead with happiness, which will come in many guises. This practice is interesting, enjoyable. You can approach it in that way, savoring each pose and each moment. Practice with contentment, santosha. What you do will be enough. Yoga will serve you. Begin now to notice your breath and breathe more deeply and slowly through the nose. The practice that's visible, asana, are the poses. The invisible practice of keeping the breath slow and steady makes of everything that happens here a meditation, a way of drawing deeper into reality. Breathing slowly and deeply through your nose. Throughout the practice, in a variety of situations, cultivates consciousness, awareness, poise. At the spot between your eyebrows, Jnana Chakra is the center of thought and intuition. Turn your inner sight upward toward that point and continue to breathe slowly and deeply. Within you is always something clear and peaceful, a pool of stillness you can dip yourself into. At the point between the brows, you will always find that clarity, lucidity. It's also called your spiritual eye or third eye. Notice as you sit here, breathing, upward gazing, that your mind may still produce thoughts. It will. That is its nature. At this moment, you don't need to think them. The mind is still constantly busy making thoughts. But you are occupied breathing, quieting, and centering yourself. Nadi Shodhanam, alternate nostril breath, brings into balance the articulate, wordy mind and the sometimes quiet, deeply feeling heart. Bring up your right hand, fold your index and middle finger into the palm, press your thumb against your right nostril, inhale up the left side of the body. At the top of the breath, with your thumb and ring finger, shut the nostrils, hold the breath, and lifting your thumb, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale all the way up the right side. Pause the breath, relax, enjoy the space between breaths. Lifting your ring finger, exhale through the left nostril. Inhale, new breath all the way up the left side. Pause here. Lift your thumb, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale. Hold, relax. Lift the ring finger, exhale. Inhale. Retain, wait. Lift your thumb, exhale this last time, and inhale, and hold. Now when you're ready, exhale from both nostrils, resume nostril breathing, lift your inner gaze, and feel what you feel. Nadi Shodhanam brings spaciousness, clarity, a feeling of connection as the head and the heart merge in harmony. And now listen to your heart and set an intention for your practice. Dedicate what you do here towards something that you need, something that you know is important to you. Search your heart. It may be healing or change, support, inspiration in some situation in your life. It may be for someone else or out in the world. Take a deep breath and bring intention from heart to spiritual eye and set it there. And exhale, relax. Inhale now, sit tall. Exhale, lean forward. Inhale, stretch back. Exhale again, forward. Move with your breath. Give your spine a nice massage. Reverse. Exhale forward. Inhale back. Breathe with sound. Come to center. Quietly open your eyes and come onto hands and knees on your mat in table pose for cat-cow. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Use a blanket under your knees if the mat feels hard to you. Don't be a stoic. Be honest with your body. Spread your fingers wide. Reach back towards your heels. Lower your elbows. Inhale, gliding forward. Straighten your arms. Press into the palms. Lift your face. Tilt the tailbone up. Exhaling, round your back, lift through the shoulders, pull the belly in, and reach back toward your heels. And again, inhaling, gliding forward, lift your face, drop the front ribs. Exhale, round your back, pull the navel in, lower your head, and reach toward your heels. Continue in the flow of your breath. For each of us, this will be a little different. Exaggerate your breath. Take your time, matching the movement to the breath, slowing down the mind. Keep your elbows always pointing toward the back wall, protect your shoulders. 2 more. On your last exhale, sit back toward your heels. Don't worry if you can't sit precisely on them. You can put a bolster or blanket over your heels and cushion them, or keep your bottom in the air. Rest your forehead on the mat. Extend your arms and relax and enjoy child's pose. Roll your forehead side to side. Quiet your mind. Release your shoulders. Breathe into your back. Let the weight of the world slide off. Settle closer to the ground. Enjoy its stillness and comfort. Let each exhale bring you deep relaxation. Shift your hips to the right now and walk your hands over to the left. Breathe into the stretch of your right side. Walk your fingers a little forward if you'd enjoy it. Focus the breath into the curve of the ribs. Return to center, and now shift your hips toward the left heel, walk your hands to the right, and breathe into the stretch of your left side. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Keep your breath strong, sounding in your ears. Listen to yourself, breathe as you stretch. Return to center, and again into table pose. Turn under your big toes. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pump your heels. Shift your hips. Feel the stretches in your feet and legs. Inhale, come up on your toes. And exhaling, lower your heels. Look back between your feet. Squeeze your elbows. Push forward through the palms of your hands. Soften the back knees and find length along your sides, lifting up through the sit bones, opening the sides. Breathe your breath. Now walk your feet forward to your hands. Shake out your arms, relax your hands. Press palms against shins. Inhale, look forward, lengthen your neck, look toward the horizon. Exhale, fold over. Hold your elbows. Spread your toes, relax your feet. Keep your breath steady. Notice if this hurts your back. If your back is tight today, bend the knees, prop the elbows above them, look forward. If your back is all right with a deep stretch, holding the elbows, hang loosely. Relax your back legs. Open the soles of your feet. Let your head fall heavy, releasing the spine, and emphasize your exhale breath, the breath of surrender, letting go effort. Let the weight of your body be the pose. Breathe deeply. Release carefully, bend your knees forward. Keep them bent like strong springs. Push through your feet, keep holding your elbows. Emerge from the pose, gradually lifting. Bring your arms up and lower them. Open your palms, find your spiritual eye. Connect and notice sensations and changes within you. Standing mountain, Tadasana. Have your feet under you, about the width of your palm, the space between the feet. Spread your toes, ground through your feet, let the weight of your body evenly fall through right and left foot. Lift the inner arches, engage navel and tailbone. Move the tops of your shoulders toward the side walls, filling your inner elbows with light and air. Elongate the back of your neck. Inhale, breathe up to the crown of your head. Exhale down the body through the soles of the feet. Inhale, rising breath. Exhale, descending breath. Inhale, strengthen, receive. Exhale, calm, release. Urdhva Hastasana, upward hand pose. Arms along your ears, framing your head, palms facing each other, straight elbows, shoulders down. You can stay on the whole foot or lift to your toes. Engage your navel, lengthen your arms, lower your shoulders, and breathe your breath. Exhale and slowly release. Beautiful. And roll your shoulders, open your palms. Feel what you feel. Sensations inform you of your body's experience and they anchor you in the present moment. Ardha Chandrasana. Feet are under you, toes spread, left hand on hip, right arm by your ear. Inhale, reach up, and exhaling, reach over, stretching your side. Squeeze your elbow, point your fingers, engage your navel. Make the body really flat, as though you're sliding along a wall at your back. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, long arm, and exhaling, leaning. Beautiful. Inhale, come up, release. Right hand on hip, spread your toes. Inhale, lift the left arm, and exhaling, reach over. Ground your feet. Engage your navel. Lengthen your arm, drawing it out of the shoulder, reaching out a little further. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to come up and release. Roll your shoulders, soften your knees and swing your arms. Relax. Go slower and come back to center. Open your palms and again, find your spiritual eye, a place of stillness from which you observe what happens within you as you go through your practice. Sunlight on your face, a quiet heart. Breathe a breath here. Now balance poses. Standing head to knee pose. You can be on your mat. You can shift to the floor. You might like a wall at your back for this. Bending the right knee, touch the toes to the floor, square your shoulders. Bring up your right leg. You can lace the fingers on the shin, behind the knee, or with a sensitive shoulder, hold the knee with one hand and the hip with the other. When you inhale, let your leg move forward, and as you exhale, hug your knee to your chest. Inhaling, arms relax. Exhale, bring your elbows toward your side ribs. Inhale, pressing the breath out as you exhale. And one more. Inhale and exhale. Shifting into your standing toes, extend your lifted leg, hands on hips, push through the heel, fan your toes. Strong supporting legs, squeeze the knees straight, push through the heel, chest open, strong belly, breathing the same breath, inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Coming into tree pose, take the sole of your foot to the ankle, the curve of the calf, or the top of the thigh. Bring hands together in front of your heart. Engage your navel. Bring the supporting hip into line. And when your breath is steady, inhale and extend up with your arms. Find a gazing point for your eyes, something still, neutral. Listen to your breath. Come what may, breathe the same slow breath. Looking out without forming ideas or judgments, let your breath be louder than your inner commentary. Slowly exhale, release like deflating a balloon, slowly taking the pose apart. Bring your foot to the floor and relax. Shift onto the right foot, bend your left knee. Left leg comes up, lace your fingers on the shin or behind the knee, square your hips. Inhale, lift through the back of your head, and exhale, hug the knee in. Inhaling, it goes forward, arms relax. Exhale, pressing the leg to the belly. Long back neck. Imagine you're being pressed up under the ridge of the skull. Lifting your neck and straightening your spine. Moving into your supporting toes here, extend your left leg, hands to hips, heels reaching out. Strong center of gravity in the middle of the body as you engage the navel. Keep your breath steady. Coming into tree pose, take the sole of the left foot above or below the knee at ankle, calf, up to the top of the thigh. Hands come together, pull the hip under you, strong navel, inhale, arms lift. Vrikshasana, tree pose, gazing out, grounded and rooted, perfectly in place in your life at this moment. There is no place better to be. You are where you are. You're practicing with grace, drawing into your life what is good in mind and body. Slowly as you exhale, bring hands down in front of heart, release your lifted leg, feet on the floor, shake out your feet. Good. If you are away from your mat, return to your mat. Have your feet under you, hands on hips, and sitting back, check to make sure your toes are visible, the knees behind them. Reach your fingers toward the ceiling and sit down. Utkatasana. Squeeze your elbows, make your arms long, engage your navel. sitting on the exhale breath. Open the bottoms of your feet. Spread your toes. Let the muscles open. And now inhaling, straight legs coming up, and release and roll your shoulders. Open your palms and receive your breath. Notice what rises to your attention, what's interesting at this moment. Purna Tuladasana, balancing stick. Inhale, arms lift, right foot steps forward, stack your body over your foot. Arms go back. For the sensitive shoulder, keep your hands apart. If your shoulders are fine, palms touch, fingers lace around the backs of the hands, bringing your heart up and forward. Extend back through the left leg. Lengthen your leg. Lift the arms off your back. Move forward through your heart as though you're curved around the bow of a ship, a figurehead. Chin parallel the floor. Ocean air on your cheekbones. It's a beautiful pose. One more breath. Exhale and slowly release. Beautiful work. Roll your shoulders and prepare. Inhale, the arms lift. Left foot steps forward. Stack your body over your foot. Arms go back. They can stay apart or join the palms. Wrap with the fingers around the hands. Bring heart and face up and forward. Extend back through the right big toe. Very active back in this pose. Pull the muscles toward the backbone. Keep moving the heart forward of your foot. A tulda is actually a scale, so you're moving forward and back equally over the staff of your leg, your good strong supporting leg. Beautiful. And now exhaling with control, release, roll your shoulders. Bring the heels of your hands to your sacrum, rock forward and back, resisting with your hands, providing support, shortening and stretching the muscles, letting the effort out of the body. Bring your hands together now in front of your heart and turn your inner gaze toward your heart, Anahata chakra. With each breath, you warm your heart, make space for courage, love, and happiness to express themselves through you, and each breath dissolves fears, doubts, and worries like mist, the sun shining and warming your heart. Prasarita Padottanasana. This is wide-legged, standing, bent-over pose. So, sideways on your mats, probably facing this way. Folding over pose. Inhale, the arms come overhead. Exhale, arms to the sides. Step your feet apart. Turn in your big toes. Hands on hips. Inhale, press the hips forward. Fold the elbows back. Lift through your heart. Exhale, hinge at the top of the legs with a flat back. Fold over. Bring your hands to the floor between your feet. Inhale, look ahead. Find the length in your neck and spine, and now exhale, fold. Drop your head, lift your hips, spread your toes. Breathe the same patient, slow breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Relax your neck and shoulders. Let the crown of your head face the floor. Engage your navel and breathe another breath. Walk your hands forward from the shoulders. Widen your stance, turn in your big toes now. Pull the hips back away from your hands as though you're trying to reach your sit bones toward the wall behind you. Spread your fingers, spread your toes, reach back. Inhale. Exhale. Broaden your shoulders on the inhale. Pull back through the tailbone on your exhale, the weight of your body. Now moving on to your heels. Walk your hands in toward you now. and heel toe your feet toward each other. Malasana, crouch between your heels. If this makes your heels spring off the floor, put a blanket under the heels. If this is not a pleasant pose for your knees or hips, don't force it. You can sit on the floor, have the knees in front of the shoulders, the feet turning out at the same angle, or you could come into Baddha Konasana and bring the soles of the feet together. All of these arrangements open up the low back. With your hands, the palms touch, thumbs come down in front of the heart, and the elbows work the knees backwards, creating expansion through the low back. Second chakra, a part of the body that gets very compressed, sedentary life, sitting in chairs. It begins to show up here in the body. Lightly lift through the back of your neck and take 2 more good breaths so you feel your side ribs open like coils and curl in again, moving them so that the whole interior of the lungs and the rib cage is washed in breath. Touching the floor, lift your hips, work your feet back underneath you, knees bent over the feet, emerge from the pose, use your legs to bring you up, slowly straightening your legs, lift your arms, release. Turn your gaze upward, stop for a breath, consciously notice the effect of the pose upon you. Feel what your body feels. Feel the floor, the air, the light, the warmth of your skin, even the pickup in circulation. Virabhadrasana B, warrior pose. Inhale, arms lift overhead. Exhale, arms to the sides. Step out with your right foot, turn it out at 90 degrees. Step the left foot back. Palms face the floor, gaze down the midline of the right arm. Inhale, up your spine. Exhale, bend and press open the right knee. Draw the left shoulder back. Keep the front of your body square to the front edge of the mat, pressing your knee open to center that knee so it's safe to bend it. Engage your navel, drop your tailbone, and lower your arms onto imaginary air shelves. Let the effort out of the shoulders. Elongate your arms, activate your upper back, draw the shoulder blades together, and breathe. Mostly breathe. It's a practice in breath and awareness. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, slowly straighten your right knee, coming up with your breath, filling the body. Hands on hips and roll your shoulders. Turn your feet the other way. The left foot turns out, right foot angles in. The heel of the left, the arch of the right are on a single line. Arms out at shoulder height. Look down the middle of the left arm. Inhale up and exhale, bend and press open your left knee. Ground through your right heel. Square your hips to the front edge of the mat. Nice. The upper body is light, upright. The lower body is soft, heavy, and sinking from the waist down. It's as though you're on soft, muddy ground, going downward. Gazing clear-eyed over your left hand. It's part of the pose, your drishti, the direction of your eyes and attitude. Beautiful. And now inhale, straighten the left leg, hands on hips, roll your shoulders, relax. Face your feet forward, step them together. Inhale, arms up overhead now. Big clearing out breath. Inhale. Exhale, big shake. Shake in your own way. Loosen up, shake around. Inside and outside. Shake, shake, shake. And get off your mat. Crisscross your arms. Good, and coming back on your mat, track your big toes to the floor, thump your heels, let your arms relax, shake loose the last little bits. Now inhale, arms overhead, and big clearing out. stand still, feet under you. You can close your eyes or softly look down, Stambhasana. Relax the feet, feel the air over your feet and between your toes. Feel your feet settling onto the mat. Relax your knees, your legs. Lift your shoulders and roll them back and down. Lift your shoulders, and as you lower them, let go, carrying more than you can. Let go, carrying burdens that may not even be yours. Shake out your hands. Sway your head slowly side to side. And then come into stillness. Open palms, gaze lifted toward your spiritual eye. Simply breathe. Breathe a few strong, steady breaths. Harmonizing, recharging, and unifying mind, body, heart, and spirit. You are present on all levels. Clearing your mind, strengthening your heart, healing your body. And at your spiritual eye, you have an intention today. Inhale, breathe a deep breath to give it respect and lift it up. Exhale into peace, surrender, contentment, and trust in God, in life, and in yourself. Inhale now, arms overhead, and bending your knees, exhale, fold over. Press palms to shins. Inhale, look ahead, long back, long spine. Exhaling, fold into Uttanasana, forward bending. You may hold your elbows. You could hold the backs of your legs. You could rest the palms on the floor. If your low back is sensitive today, you can bend the knees, rest the elbows on them, and look forward. Find your breath and breathe it here. Emphasize the exhale breath. This is a pose of surrender, releasing. Let your head fall. Bow deep. Bring up before your heart's eyes something noble or beautiful, important to you, and let this be a bow of reverence. Bring hands to the mat and spread your fingers and step back with your feet, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up on your toes, and exhaling, lower your heels. Look back between your feet. Arrange your body. It's an inverted V shape. So Maria, have your feet more forward. Yes, it's like a big V. Bring your heart toward your knees. Tuck in at the top of the legs. Use your hands. Push forward through your hands. That was it. And draw the navel in, creating a long, straight spine. Central energy highway through the body. One more breath. Anjanasana, the lunging pose. You'll need your blanket, so get hold of your blanket. Inhale from downward dog, extend the right leg up and back. And when you exhale, bring the foot between your hands. Take your blanket to the left side of your mat at about waist level. Lower your left knee onto the blanket. Make sure your front shin is directly under your shoulder and vertical to the ground. Turn the left toes under. Pull the heel back. Inch the whole leg back, drawing it out of the hip joint and flatter to the floor. Then lower the shin to the mat blanket and relax. A lot gets done in yoga by relaxing. When you relax, you have a key to unlock energy that is stalled under tension. So focus on breathing. Notice where the stretch and the release is. If anything is tight and it's resistant to the breath, handle it with tenderness and great care. If you try to push through, the body will get tense and you'll have the opposite effect of what you want. You want to release as far as you can. Pull the hips back, roll the right heel, fan the toes. Ardha Hanumanasana. This is a half split. So let your right leg open in its own way. Engage your navel. Reach back through your hips, creating length and space without forcing the issue. Touch the sole of that foot to the floor. Left hand is under shoulder. Inhaling, fan your right arm open. Open your heart. Make that arm feel like a wing, a beautiful feathered wing coming out of the shoulder blades, straight out of the center of your back. So it's at a right angle to your body. Yep, like a wing. Shoulder blades are active. You can look toward your thumb or forward, whichever direction is a happier pose for you. Releasing, bring the right hand to the side of your foot. Step back into downward facing dog, or if you wish, you can take child's pose at any time in the practice. Child's pose is good yoga. It gives you a chance to collect yourself. Downward dog the same way. Good. Now inhaling, extend your left leg up and back. And as you exhale, bring the foot up between your hands. Perfectly okay to put it there by hand. Bring the blanket over under the right knee. Rest your knee on it. Make sure your left shin is vertical. Tuck your right toes under, pull back through the heel, and inch the leg back so it's moving backwards, opening the front of the leg. Then lower the knee and the top of foot and relax. Relax using your left knee as a prop under your shoulder. So you're releasing into the front body and down into the front of the right hip. Letting the shin bone do part of the work. It's holding you up so that you can go deeper into the space of the body. Pull your hips back and roll your left heel and fan your toes. Ardha Hanumanasana. It's a nice straight left leg. Engage your navel. Keep your breath steady. If your breath begins to wobble, you can either steady the breath or notice what's happening that made it wobble. Sometimes it's discomfort that needs to be addressed. Coming forward onto the sole of your left foot. Turn under your right toes and pull them back behind you a little bit more. Good. And open up to the side. Fanning your left arm open, reach out through the fingers, broaden your collarbones. The arm comes out of the body at a right angle, so the shoulder is down. Even more. Tiny bit. Breathing, looking forward or toward your left thumb. Continuing to soften into the pose by releasing down into the front of the right hip and into the back of the left leg. Beautiful. And then releasing, bring left hand to the mat and step your left foot back. You'll find yourself in downward facing dog. You can hold down dog or come into child's pose and breathe a breath. Kapotasana, pigeon pose. If you have a sensitive knee or hip, you would go onto your back and put right ankle over left knee. Otherwise, inhale, extend your right leg out and back, opening the hip again. And as you exhale, bring your right knee forward to your wrist. Slide back along the center of the left leg. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Bringing your palms beside your hips, inhale, arch your back. Lift your throat, present your face, emotional centers. It's an emotional pose. And then exhaling, come down to the elbows. You can stay there. You could stack your hands and rest your forehead on them, or bring forehead to a mat or a bolster, and the palms touching ahead of you. There's an interface of Annamaya Kosha. This is the bread body, the one that we feed and look at in the mirror. With Manomaya Kosha, it's the level of the body where experiences as vibration have affected us, where the physical body itself has come in like a buffer, a shock absorber, and taken in the distress, and it still carries some of that. In the hips, it stows it away. This pose opens the hips. Breathing deeply into your right hip, you're addressing the right side of the body. The practical, worldly side of your nature is contained in that physical side of the body. Focus your breath into that hip. Relax everything you can. As long as your breath is steady and flowing, healing is taking place. Take 2 more breaths. Soften your face, widen your eyebrows, soften your heart. 2. to release from this pose, if you're on your back, bring feet to the sides of the mat and sway your knees like windshield wipers. If you're facing the floor, hands come under shoulders. Inhale, press into the palms, lift your face and look up. And turning under the left toes, press back to downward dog, or go into child's pose if your body is quiet and wants to regroup that way. Other side. If you're doing this pose on your back, bring the right heel near the sit bone, cross your left ankle over the right knee, creating a figure 4. If you're facing the floor, inhale, extend your left leg up and back, and as you exhale, bring your knee to your left wrist. Slide back along the center of your right leg as though you're being pulled back by the big toe, lowering down. Bring your hands back by you. Inhale, press into your palms, and again, prepare by opening and inviting in freshness, light, breath. And then coming down on your elbows, you can stay there, stack your hands, bring forehead to mat or bolster, and extend the arms ahead of you. Focus the breath into your left hip. Concentrate on breathing. Release as much effort as possible, softening your body as though you're melting into this pose. The left side is the emotional side of the body. Nurturing, feeling, dreams, imagination, heart. Take 2 more breaths and see if it's possible to relax and become more peaceful and content at this moment in this pose. To release if you're on your back, bring feet to the sides of the mat, sway your knees. If you're facing the floor, bring hands under shoulders. Inhale, press into your palms, lift your face, look up, tuck under your right toes, and press back into downward facing dog. Do what you do after pigeon pose. Some people take down dog quietly. Some pump the heels. Some might stretch the left leg back at this point. Recovering, restoring yourself. And then, if you are on your back, come meet up in downward facing dog. This is the last down dog in our practice. Consciously shape your body. You have long bones in your arms and legs. They're propping you up like fabric over tent poles. You can trust them. They'll hold you up. Just straighten your arms, lower through the heels, lift your sit bones, and breathe. Enjoy the pose. This pose strengthens bones and muscles, improves circulation, and shifts your mood. It's a wonderful pose for going from despondency, mild depression, lethargy, to enthusiasm, and a brighter connection to optimism and life itself. It's a wonderful pose that way. Good, and then from here, release. Come down on your knees, touch together your big toes, separate your knees. Balasana, child's pose. This time, if it's comfortable for your shoulders, you can slide the arms on the floor so that the hands are face up back near your feet. You could have the knees close or further apart. Roll your forehead, massage your face, soothe your mind. In this pose, it's as private as a yoga pose becomes. It's you inside there, breathing your breath, keeping yourself company with its sound. Select your thoughts. Your thoughts determine your happiness in life. At this moment, when you have the choice, invite in thoughts that are positive, grateful, accepting, filled with wonder and happiness, and let go any doubts or concerns. Notice the good from the very simplest things, the ground, the mat, the light of this day, all good. Keeping your eyes closed now, inhale, come up to sitting. Sitting may be kneeling. It may be sitting up cross-legged on a bolster or blanket. It may be sitting with straight legs. Do the thing that makes you feel that it's effortless and there's no confusion in your body. It's comfortable. Lifting your inner gaze. Breathe 5 breaths here, and we'll call this pose Virasana. Vira is hero. It's also man, human being. Life in this world is pilgrimage. It is spiritual in nature, and you need your heart's light to shine on the path and guide you. Invite the light into your heart. Breathe deeply. Each breath strengthens your heart, increases its power to light the path so that you know that the life you live is the life you hoped for, a life of heart. And turning your gaze up to your spiritual eye here, inhale, bring arms up overhead and remember your intention. As you exhale, release with open hands. Ask again for what you need and do your honest part. Prepare to receive it. Shifting to your hip, extend your legs. Dandasana, staff pose, the beginning of seated poses. Straight legs sitting at a right angle, and this is sitting with the same energy that you put into standing. So the legs are straight, the soles of the feet are as flat as though the ground was under them still. Touch your hips, slide your fingers to the sides, barely touch the floor with your fingertips as though you're trying to feel the texture of the ground. And do feel it. Feel it with your right hand, feel it with your left hand. These arms become cables, bringing the energy of the earth, strong and healing, up your arms and into your heart. Lengthen the back of your neck. Keep pressing the backs of your calves flat to the ground. Move your awareness from point to point and keep breathing slowly and steadily. Janu Shavasana. Simply take the sole of the right foot up the inside left leg. If this makes your knee or hip feel tight or jump up, put a bolster or blanket under that leg so it settles. Inhale, bring your arms up, and exhale, fold over your left leg. Take a grip. You can hold your ankle or your foot. As you inhale, bring your heart up and forward, and exhaling, relax over. So gaze toward your big toe, extending your neck, using your eyes to move you ahead, and when you exhale, relax. You're balancing effort and surrender, your own doing, and then trusting that what you did was enough as you relax. Now for 3 breaths, stop. Just drop your arms at the backs of your hands, settle to the ground. Lower your head. Let your foot roll to the side. Stop all effort. Let your body take on whatever shape it is, and let gravity complete the pose, providing a stretch across your back. Surrender. Inhale, now come up to sitting. Extend the right leg. Sole of the left foot up the inner right leg. Bolster or blanket where it would feel pleasant. Inhale, the arms come up, lifting your sides. Engage your navel as you exhale, fold over, hold along your leg. Inhale, looking toward your big toe, and then exhaling, relaxing. Inside your body, the spine lengthens with the inhale, softens with the exhale. Beautiful. And now stop. Drop your arms. Drop your head. Let everything go. It's the hardest thing to do, is to just stop and take your own influence out of what's happening. Shoulders are soft. Fingers are released. And now inhale, come up and lift your arms overhead. Refresh yourself with this breath. Exhale, release. Extend your legs, both. Paschimottanasana, forward bending while seated. Fan the toes. If you have short or tight hamstrings, if you've been a runner, you might want to lift your knees a little and take the pull off the lower back that way. Inhale, extend your arms up. Navel pulled in. Exhaling, lengthen and fold. Hold on. Inhale, bring your heart forward. Exhale, soften. Inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, relax over. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. Come up to sitting and onto your back. The heels near the sit bones, the knees and feet about 4 inches apart, side to side. So have your feet in fairly close. You're looking for, body geometry, long lines. Reach down and touch your heels. You may have to kind of scooch down to your heels so your fingertips can feel them. That's it. Inhale a big breath. Push down on your feet, lift your hips. Peel your back off the floor. Tuck under your right and left shoulder blades, folding the upper arms back under you. Then bend your elbows and point the fingers up like robot hands, shining your little laser lights up through your fingertips. Pressing down on your feet, pressing on the backs of the arms, rolling toward the shoulders. So you're closing in your throat. Your sternum is moving towards your chin. There's a strong squeeze for the thyroid gland in this pose. It's part of the pose. It also improves your voice. Vishuddhara chakra, right there, the base of the throat. Breathe one more breath. Lift your bridge above the little sailboats. They need to get under you today. Good. And then to release, inhale, lift up on your toes. Relax your arms. And as you exhale, lower your back vertebra by vertebra to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest. Hug your legs. Roll your head side to side without moving your body. Only your head. So slowly, like it's a heavy rolling ball, and you're a little ant pushing it side to side. Releasing. That's it. Extend your left leg out straight. Interlace your fingers behind your right knee. When you inhale, let your arms soften. As you exhale, bend your elbows, hug the leg in. Inhaling, let your right leg float forward. And exhale, press it into the belly. Push through your left heel. Reach back through the crown of your head, staying aware of the line of energy in the middle of the body. Beautiful. And now extending the right leg up, fingers interlaced behind. Inhale, press up through the heel. Exhale, fold the toes a little toward you. Inhale, let the leg float out again. Exhale, sway it in. Stay inside your breath. Steady breathing. Never force, never override your body's reluctance. Breathe better. If it's in your practice, you can lift your head from the floor, close the space between the shin and the forehead. If it doesn't feel good to your belly, your neck, your shoulders, you would leave this part out. Anchor your navel toward your spine if you're lifting your head. Lower your head to the floor now and tuck the right toes into the bend behind the left knee. Take hold of the outer knee with the left hand, guide it over your body. Jatara Apanasana. This is a twisting pose for your spine and your internal organs. As you extend the right arm, notice your right shoulder blade. It should be flat on the floor, so you may have to untuck the left one to flatten out the back between the shoulder blades. You have a little tripod of stillness here, the back of your head, your two shoulder blades, still and grounded, like your anchor. And everything that's changing moves around that stillness. Inhaling, expand the belly. Exhale, see what happens if you twist a little further. Opening your side. Good. Coming onto your back, arms relaxed on the floor beside you. With the front of your right knee, circle and draw the letter O in the air, as though you're tracing on the ceiling. And reverse. Opening up, range of motion in the hip. Good. Extend the right leg out, lay it beside the left. Notice the contrast. The right leg may feel energetically different, even simply longer. Bring the left leg in toward you, lace your fingers behind your knee. When you inhale, let your arms relax a bit. As you exhale, hug the knee in. Inhaling, leg goes forward. Exhale, pressing in. Flex your right ankle. Now you're massaging descending colon. Release, elimination, the letting go of completed contents from digestion, but from the mind and the heart as well. Things we must let go to move forward in life. Extending up with your left leg now, fingers interlaced behind that leg. Inhale up through the heel, and exhale, fold the leg in toward you. Enjoy it. There's tempo and rhythm in your breath. Your body loves that rhythm. It moves with it, swaying. Good. If it's in your practice, lift your head, close the gap between the forehead and the shin, anchor your navel, flatten your low back to the floor, keep breathing the same breath. If your fingers are forming a death grip, relax your fingers, relax your face, breathe better. Good. And then lower your head to the floor, spinal twist on this side, tucking the toes behind the right knee, roll onto the right side with the right hand, seal, hold the outer leg, extend the left arm, and breathe. Gaze softly toward your left hand. See that hand with compassionate and respectful eyes. It is your hand, part of you, part of your body. It has done so many great services for you in your life. And coming onto your back, arms beside you on the mat, with your left knee facing the sky, trace a circle. And reverse. Extend the left leg, lay it beside the right, compare, notice the energy, notice the difference. Now bring both legs toward you and a hand behind each knee. Knees and feet about 4 inches apart so your low back is flat and very neutral. Inhaling, let your legs float away. Exhale, bend your elbows and bring them back toward you. Let your legs completely relax. Let your arms and your breath do the work. The elbows straighten, and the elbows bend. And now you're massaging ascending, descending, transverse colons, assimilation, taking in what is good, the use of that goodness in your body as movement, as thought, as action, and then the release of it. Good. Now take hold on the fronts of your legs and rock forward and back along your spine, tailbone to shoulders. Massage your back. Beautiful. Coming into legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. You may do this against an actual molecular wall. You could stay right where you are on your mat and lift your legs up so the heels are up over your sit bones. If your legs are straight and they're truly up and down, they're going to sink into the bowl of the hip joint and just stay there. It takes almost no effort. You should let your legs feel heavy so your low back flattens. And imagine a sandbag on your feet. That's what you want, that downward motion through the back of the legs into your low back to release your hard-working low back muscles. Relax your shoulders. Scan your body. Notice any place that is a little anxious for you. Yes. Nice. Shoulders are the mother hen of the body. They're always creeping up like, ooh, maybe you didn't mean to do that, but you do. You mean to be lying here on your back. So imagine your shoulders are being smoothed out, softened. Your head relaxes. This pose is highly valued by the yogis for the shift in perspective. Without even noticing it, some of our outlook on life comes from the head being at the top of the body, as though its ideas and judgments about absolutely everything are more important than other things. Now your feet are up where your head usually is. Now your feet are in the command center, and your head can be the feet, relaxed and grounded and simple. I'm going to take a few more breaths, draining out stagnation from your feet, so of course it needs a little time. While your legs are up there, if you felt like it, you could squeeze and stretch your toes, just like you would your fingers if your hands had to be in shoes all day long. You would squeeze them and stretch them. Good. And then draw your knees down toward your chest and rock side to side, massaging your back. Beautiful. Now extend your legs straight up once more and open them out to the sides so the heels push out to the sides and you make a big letter Y with your legs. You can prop the legs up in the palms of the hands so they relax. They feel your hands there and they settle toward them. Point your toes and lift the arches, and then flex your heels and fan your toes wide. Point your toes, lift the arches, and flex your heels. Once more, point your toes and now circle around at your ankles. And reverse. Good. Bring your legs together. Place your hands face down behind your lower back. Engage your navel. Point your toes and lower your legs in a sweeping movement as though you're tracing an arc with your big toes, going down steadily, tracing the inside of a rainbow arc. About 6 inches above the floor, there's a point where you can hold. It's hard. Engage your navel and use your breath. Breathe strongly. Good. And then release. Lower your legs. Beautifully done. Reach your arms back behind you. Make your arms long, long legs, long arms. Breathe through your navel. Extend the arms to the sides like a big letter T. Flex your heels, lift your head, and look down at your big toes, pressing on your throat, stretching your optic nerves, toning the muscles in your neck and throat. Good. And then lower your head to the floor. And again, reach behind you, stretch. With your left thumb and index finger, take hold of your right wrist. Extend the side and curve. Move your hands and your heels toward the left side of the mat, creating a crescent shape lying flat. Relax your left shoulder. Breathe into your right hip. Stretching while enjoying. Good. And coming back to center, everything long and straight, sorted out. With your right thumb and index finger, hold your left wrist. First, manually extend aside and then curve. Like a big banana, big and curvy, opening up that whole side and breathing into it. Good. And come back to center and stretch everything long and straight. Bring your knees to your chest and holding on behind your knees with your hands, push and pull your legs in a circular movement, massaging your low back around and around. Come up to sitting, just enough to take hold of your little long bolster and put it behind you down the center line of your mat. Supported fish pose. It's a wonderful pose after having legs up and done the things we've done. So have it about 3 inches behind you. Lie down on it so your sit bones stay planted. There'll be enough for your head. You can bring the soles of the feet together and let the knees turn out sideways. If that bothers your hips or your knees, you can touch the knees and separate the feet or have straight legs. You can instinctively rest your arms someplace that they're happy. If you wanted more from this pose, you could extend the arms out like a T and then bend the elbows so the fingers point toward the back wall and the arms rest against the ground. If they fly up, just soften the angle and you'll see it opens up the big chest muscles, which get very shortened and weakened because we lean forward a lot. And now that we all have screens on our phones as well as everything else, we're head down, shoulders rounded much of the day. This is an antidote to that. Opening your heart, breathing deeply into it. Internally, feel your heart swirling with breath around inside your chest cavity, in and out the chambers of the heart. Big breaths. These breaths activate what is inherent in your heart. Noble qualities, friendliness, kindness, courage and love. Then bring your hands over your ribs. Internally roll your shoulders. Give the shoulders some movement and release. Bring your feet and your knees together and curl up on your right side, lying on your side and curled up sweetly. Let your head rest on an arm or a bolster. The side of your body that's flat to the ground, let it relax and be heavy. On the bolster, in supported fish pose, everything was bright and big and open, and now you're on your side, in the shade of a tree, quieting. Nice. And coming onto your back again, move the bolster out of your way. Hold behind your knees. Move the knees out toward the sides of the mat. Turn the soles of your feet to face the ceiling. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. Big wide space between the knees. Keep your tailbone close to the ground. You can rock side to side. You can float your feet up and draw the knees down toward the shoulders. You could stretch out one side and then the other. It's movement, and movement is like oil on the rusty lower back. Good. Then hug in your knees. Rock side to side across your back. Closing in, massage your belly, thank your body for all that it's doing for you. And come up to sitting. Navasana. This is the last active pose before Shavasana. Boat pose. You're seated on your sit bones and tailbone like a little tripod, heart lifted, leaning back. It's like a lawn chair. Lean back as far as you go without losing the integrity of the pose. The heart is lifted. You can hold your knees, extend the arms. You can prop this from behind. With this pose, we use a special breath, cup of the body breath, tugging the navel in, pushing the breath out emphatically through the nose. We do 26 of these. Inhale to begin, and go. Clap your hands, hug your knees, and roll onto your back. Rock side to side across your back. Thank your body. Again, appreciate this remarkable gift. The human body is a gift to you. It's a robe of honor. The earth dresses you in it. And today you are taking specially good care of it. Bring your feet now to the sides of the mat. Sway your knees side to side. Touch your knees together. Let them lean on each other, resting there. Bring your hands behind your head. Lace your fingers. Lift your head and fold it down towards your chest, tucking into your throat. Carefully now lower your head to the mat. Bring right hand to your navel and left to your heart. Focus your breath into your belly first. Breathing deeply into the physical body at that place, you dissolve anxieties and allow real feelings to have a place within you and to be expressed and moved through you. With each breath, the mist of worry and doubt evaporates. Love and courage shine stronger within you. Now bring the breath to your heart and focus there. From inside, open the door of the heart and let the breath come in. Sweep out the heaviness of the world, the regrets and the mistakes of the past. This is a perfect moment to offer yourself forgiveness and to forgive life for putting you in situations where you need to ask forgiveness now. Complete forgiveness, acceptance, awakening and freeing your heart to be a powerful center of love in your life and wherever you go. Now Shavasana, the last and most important of the poses. Stretch your legs out straight. You may like to put the bolster behind your knees for this pose. cover your heart. You can cover your heart with a blanket or the corner of a blanket or the sleeve of a jacket. We cover the heart so that the body, which is very simple, feels safe to let you lie with your eyes closed. It knows that you will be all right. The fingers are softly curling, the palms empty, forming empty bowls. Feel the flatness of your body and the strength of the ground behind you reaching up to hold you. Surrender into its hands. Make small adjustments inside yourself so that everything feels balanced and beautiful. Inhale one more deep breath to your fingers and toes. And from your mouth, exhale, surrender. Now, without moving, begin to breathe more deeply. Slow inhales and exhales. Feel the quiet of the earth, the stillness of your own body. When you're ready, begin to move your wonderful fingers and your wonderful toes. Draw your knees toward you. Turn to your side. Curl up on your side. Thank yourself for this practice of yoga. You've taken the time to heal and restore your body, to strengthen and deepen the happiness of your heart and mind, and cultivate attitudes and actions that will serve you in your life. Patience, contentment, happiness in the midst of effort, peace within yourself. Let the soul banish all that disturbs. Let the body that envelops it be still, and all the frettings of the body and all that surrounds it. Let earth and sea and air be still, and heaven itself. And then let the body think of the spirit as streaming, pouring, rushing, and shining into it from all sides while it stands quiet. When you're ready, make your way to a comfortable seated position and sit with a straight spine once again, coming full circle. Bring hands together in front of your heart. Turn your gaze up to your spiritual eye. Remember your intention. And we now complete our practice with sound, 3 ohms. Om is actually 4 parts. It's an open ah below the heart center, squeezing into an oo in the throat, and then reverberating and vibrating in your head with lips closed as followed by silence while the sound does its work. So the first is a blessing that you offer to yourself. Inhale to begin. For those you love, inhale. A blessing for the earth and all the world, inhale. Inhale, lift hands overhead. Exhale, release as light and air fill your hands. Feel the ocean of love around you. Gather it in. Bring hands to forehead for good true thoughts, to lips for good kind words, and to heart for a good and loving heart. May your intention come true. May you find love, healing, peace, beauty, success, and happiness. Today and in your life, may you choose happiness. May you be blessed. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for practicing yoga. And thank you for supporting and helping each other by your presence.